Happy Thursday, everyone. I hope you are doing well. Our week is almost over. This week went by super fast. All right, we're starting our morning off with Raz Kids. Student password is LEAP, L-E-A-P. All right, and as always, you go to My Assignment, and when you're done the assignment, don't forget to spend time in the Level Up room. All right, today's story is a great one because you can all relate to this one. The story is called Loose Tooth. Now, I know all of you have experienced having a loose tooth before. So today's learning target is going to be to retell some of the things that this little boy imagines in the story. So he's going to imagine things. And our job is going to be to retell what this boy imagines. Okay, so he has a loose tooth. I wonder if it's going to fall out in the end. Well, there's only one way to find out. We're going to read our book. Loose tooth. Oh, look at this wild picture with a girl, and we see a rope, and she's got it wrapped around his teeth there. My tooth is really getting wiggly. I think I'm going to lose it soon. I wonder how. If you look above the boy's head, you see a cloud with a question mark. Question mark means he wonders, right? He knows it's wiggly. He doesn't know how the tooth is going to fall out. Now, this is where he's going to imagine things. So at the end, we want to be able to retell the things that he imagines, okay? Now you can see above his head, that's what he's thinking. Just like when we have thoughts and we can picture it, so can characters. Maybe I'll lose my tooth eating corn on the cob. That could definitely happen, right? Look, his tooth is in the corn. If you bite into something hard, your tooth could come out. Maybe I'll lose my tooth at school. Sometimes the lunchroom gets a little crazy. Okay, look at the picture and see if you can find the tooth. I found it. Did you find it? It's right by his hands. Look by his hands. There's the tooth. It came out because these two boys, they collided and he fell and lost his tooth. So far, he's imagined two things. These things did not really happen. The boy is thinking about it. Maybe I'll lose my tooth on the school bus. I helped Sam pull his last tooth. He said he'd help pull mine. And now you can see what he's doing. Look at that. He's yanked that tooth out. Maybe I'll lose my tooth when I least expect it. I could trip on the sidewalk and lose it that way. So he's imagining that he was walking and he trips over that hose. And look for the tooth. And an ant is trying to grab it. Maybe I'll lose my tooth when I open my closet door. I never go in there unless I really have to. Okay, let's look. Can you see the tooth? Look for it. Hint, hint, look near the clown. So, what knocked his tooth out? The baseball, right? He's got too much stuff in his closet. So when he opened it, the baseball came flying at him and knocked out his tooth. But remember, this really didn't happen. These are just his thoughts, the main character's thoughts. Maybe I'll lose my tooth while I'm playing with my sister. Looks like they're playing a game, maybe playing cowboys and cowgirl. And if you look for the tooth, you're going to see it right by that little animal coming out of the burrow. Maybe I'll lose my teeth while walking in my sleep. I'll probably wake up when I run into the mailbox. So he imagined he was sleepwalking. Where's the tooth? Can you see it? It's in the mailbox. What if I really lose my tooth and can't find it? I guess I'll have to have a talk with the tooth fairy. So now he's back to real life here. Has this ever happened to you? You lost a tooth and you couldn't find it? I know that happened to my son, his very first tooth. He was eating, and I don't know if he swallowed it or what, but he lost it. But we wrote the tooth fairy a note, and she still came. Or maybe I just worry too much. And look what he's holding. His tooth. How did it come out? Did it just come out automatically, right? Sometimes your tooth is really wiggly and then it just all of a sudden falls out. Now, this really did happen. So he came to the conclusion that he worries too much. All right. So our learning target was to be able to retell some of the things that the main character was thinking. So in our Zoom meeting, we'll talk about what he imagined. So I'm going to think about I'm going to retell two things the boy imagined. I remember he imagined tripping over a hose outside, and I also remember he imagined sleepwalking. What things can you retell from this story? All right. Which of the following best describes the boy who is telling the story? So the boy who is telling the story is called a narrator. What can we tell about him? A, he has a big imagination. B, he is really angry. C, he is very scary. Well, I want you to think about it and come up with your best choice. The boy imagines many different ways he might lose his tooth. Which of the following is one way that is described in the story? Okay, this goes right with our learning target, so we get to retell one of them that happened in the story that he imagined. A, he will lose his tooth by hitting it on his closet door. B, he will lose his tooth by wiggling it back and forth. Or C, he will lose his tooth by walking in his sleep. So it's definitely not B. He did not imagine that he would lose his tooth by wiggling it back and forth. What else do we remember? Now, he did imagine losing his tooth when he went in the closet, but he didn't hit it on the closet door, so it's not A, it's C. He will lose his tooth by walking in his sleep. The narrator is the character who tells the story. Who is the narrator in this story? A, Sam, B, the boy, C, the tooth fairy. All right, so you're going to tell me who the narrator is. Why did the author write this story? A, to entertain readers, B, to inform readers, or C, to persuade readers? Well, let's think about the book for a minute. Did we get any real information from the book? No, this was a fiction story. It was a fun story. So it can't be B. It wasn't to inform us. Did the book try to get us to do something or try to get us to buy something? Nope. So it's not C. It's A, to entertain, because it was an interesting and fun story. All right, last one. Listen to this sentence. The boy thinks he will lose his tooth soon. What does it mean to lose something? So you see the word lose in bold print. What does it mean to lose something? A, to not be able to move something. B, to not be able to find something. Or C, to not be able to feel something. All right, boys and girls, you're going to come up with what it means to lose something. All right, boys and girls, coming up next is going to be our math video. Don't forget, for social studies, you're supposed to pick your favorite planet and then write a fact about it, okay? And we did watch a video, and a Brain Pop Junior on the solar system during our Zoom meeting. So we're definitely going to practice that again today. All right, bye for now, everyone.